This was a train specifically designed for transporting the souls of the deceased, but today, there wasn't a single soul on board, as they all opted to take the luxury coach instead. The driver felt deeply disheartened and decided to hang up the out-of-service sign, preparing to clock out. He then headed to the warehouse to check the train's fuel and discovered that the energy was nearly depleted. Even so, he decided to give it a try. The next second, the train exploded. Luckily, since he was already dead, the explosion didn't harm him. At that moment, an elderly woman walked over. She handed him a ticket, hoping to go to a particular destination. The driver glanced at it, only to realize that the line had been suspended and could no longer be used. However, the woman didn't leave. Instead, she pulled out a crystal of energy. He was immediately stunned, and, eventually, moved by the money, he decided to make an exception and take the woman on her journey. Soon, they set off. As the woman looked at the passing scenery, she gradually drifted into memories. Then, as the train crossed a long bridge, it suddenly stopped. It turned out that in front of them was a vast ocean, and he couldn't drive the train across it. The driver was about to give up and let the woman get off, but the woman pointed to a road sign ahead, suggesting they go to the right. He thought it was too risky, but she pulled out another crystal, and he reluctantly agreed to continue. The train floated across the sea, with both of them sitting on the roof. Suddenly, a gust of wind blew, and his hat flew into the ocean. It was his only hat. To his surprise, the woman didn't hesitate and jumped into the water after it. While the woman was drying clothes, the driver noticed a photo inside the hat. It was a picture of the woman with her family. At that moment, he understood why she was so determined to continue the journey. She simply wanted to return to a place in her memories. He was moved, returned the photo to her, and continued driving the train forward. The train passed through tunnels, traveling lonely under the starlit sky. It wasn't until they reached an abandoned tunnel entrance that it finally stopped. The tunnel had collapsed, and the train couldn't pass through. Seeing this, the woman got off the train willingly, leaving behind the energy crystal. But looking at her solitary figure, the driver decided to lend her a hand one last time. He used a mining cart to take the woman through the dark tunnel. Before long, they arrived at the place in the photo. Seeing the familiar large tree, the woman once again fell into memories, remembering how happy she had been as a child. The driver quickly took out his camera, mounted it in front of them, and snapped a new photo together with her.